Well, another big story we're covering for you tonight, the death of two teens at Oak Plains Academy after an overdose on Benadryl.
This Sky 5 video from this morning captured a view of the property. It is a residential treatment facility between Nashville and Clarksville. We have team coverage on this tonight. Levi Ismail uncovered multiple lawsuits and history of treatment at the facility.
But we want to start with Erin Cantrell, who spoke to a former patient there. And Erin, she was there back in 2015, but didn't have a lot of good things to say about it.
Right, Vicki and Carrie, you know, she was 15 at the time and was placed there to help with her drug abuse problem. Now, like Carrie mentioned, the treatment center is described as a psychiatric residential treatment service for kids 5 to 17-year-olds struggling with emotional and behavioral issues. Now, the woman I spoke with was sad to hear two girls died from an overdose, but says it's not surprising they were able to break into the medicine cabinet.
I had a staff member tell me personally that she absolutely hated it there. And the only reason she stayed was because she felt like she was the only good staff member that didn't abuse the children.
This young woman, who wants to hide her identity, spent only 2 weeks inside Oak Plains Academy in 2015 and says it was nothing but chaos. She was placed there after her mother decided she needed residential treatment to continue her road to sobriety.
So the pictures that you're shown are these nicely made beds, windows that light is coming in through, nice little rooms where you can sit and read, watch TV. They did not have TVs.
It's not what she experienced.
They hand you Bob Barker shoes like they do in jail, and that's just all I could think about when I walked in. The walls were just completely bare, bloodstains, obviously, dirty clothes everywhere, beds just torn up, not made, and people fighting.
The fighting is what she remembers the most.
The kids are allowed to fight whenever they want. Staff members would instigate fights and laugh about it when it happened.
Fast forward 7 years later, and the death of two teens flooded her memory from the past, so she felt obligated to speak out, especially knowing some of the kids may not have someone to do so.
I started fighting at school, or I started doing drugs, and DCS took custody of me because my parents couldn't control me, and they sent me here. And to hear these stories, it's really, really heartbreaking. It's basically a DCS dumping ground. These kids don't have families to go home to, and they need somewhere to stay until they age out of the system.
Of course, she was sad to hear two teens gain access to a bottle and several blister packs of Benadryl and overdosed.
I immediately thought, oh, the staff was probably sleeping. In the middle of the night, yeah, I get you're tired, but your job is to watch these kids and make sure that they stay safe and stay alive. And somehow these kids have managed to access medication they should have never had access to.
She doesn't know what will come from their deaths, but thinks more eyes should be on the facility.
They need to bring in a completely new staff, completely new director, different therapists that actually care about the children and know what they're doing. And if that doesn't work, just shut it down, because these kids don't deserve this.
Now, this young woman said Oak Plains didn't help with her addiction problem, but after several years of struggling, she's now sober. Now, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office says they do not know how many pills the teens took, but will be performing autopsies. Now, I did ask them how many times they've been called out to the center since 2017. They said they've had 238 reports pertaining to responses by them. These calls can vary from assaults, runaway calls, DCS referral calls, juvenile problems, and many others. I also reached out to the facility for a comment and have not heard back. Now, News Channel 5 Investigates is also looking into this. Levi Ismail is here with more on some prior lawsuits that were filed against them. So what did you find out, Levi?
You know, the facility itself has gone through many changes over the years, but we've uncovered years of complaints where parents said children did not feel safe. The Chad Youth Enhancement Center, as it was known in the past, was at the center of two major investigations between 2005 and 2006. That's where we reported on the deaths of two teens in a matter of years, almost right after they were acquired by Universal Health Services. Both deaths involved staff using force to restrain these teens, but parents told us that they believed the force was excessive. No staffers were charged with their deaths, so parents took legal action of their own and eventually settled in some cases. Years later, we have other lawsuits against Oak Plains Academy, this time where in 2016 a parent says staff ignored repeated threats of violence against her son. The lawsuit reads that instead of providing her son with a safe environment to receive treatment, staff allowed him to, quote, be viciously attacked by another Oak Plains Academy resident. We spoke with the teen's mother, who says she's not at liberty to speak about the lawsuit, but these allegations only add to a history of problems at this facility dating back years. We did reach out to the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, who licensed the facility, for comment, and they told me they are aware of what happened but won't comment any further at the moment. This is, of course, a developing story, so we will share updates as soon as they become available. For now, News Channel 5 investigates. I'm Levi Ismail.